Hi guys, we're Art Inclined, architects making videos on art and architecture. This time we'll be learning color theory and how color theory goes hand in hand with architecture. Last time हमने सीखा था कि spatial intelligence क्या होता है and we also released a mock test following the video. If you haven't watched the explanation video or attempted the mock test, please watch those two videos before you watch this one. We have also released a solution video for the Visual Principles mock test. So let's see what color test is. As mentioned in the syllabus, you could be asked about color theory, color schemes, color terminologies and color psychology. But what is also important is color perception. So these are the topics we will be looking at today. So what is color? Color बस एक visual perception है. जैसे कि जब हम एक चीज देखते हैं तो our brain tells us what color it is. For example, sky. Our brain tells us it's blue. But a lot of times the sky is pink or orange or a lot of different hues at the same time. So we can tell what color it is because objects reflect light differently. What gets absorbed can't be seen, but what is reflected is perceived as a color. Color theory includes the study of a color wheel. The color wheel just lets you understand the spectrum of colors along with harmonies that can be created. What works, what doesn't work, or just how color communicates. Color का box जैसे होता है बिल्कुल वैसे ही. Color wheel जानना आर्किटेक्चर में तब हैंडी आता है when you want to communicate your ideas of how a space should be perceived. It plays a very big part in aesthetics. Imagine whenever you want to redecorate your room, the first thing that you think of is how your walls should be, what color they should be. क्या आप एक black room में रहना पसंद करोगे with everything black, even the ceiling? No, right? So colors change the way you perceive a space or a room.
Let's start with color theory. So the color wheel consists of three primary colors, red, yellow and blue. They are called primary because they cannot be created by mixing other colors. Later, by mixing two primary colors, you get three secondary colors. Red plus yellow gives you orange, yellow plus blue gives you green, and red plus blue gives you violet. Further, by mixing primaries and secondaries, you get six tertiary colors such as blue greens or red violets. Let's study what is meant by a hue, tint, tone and a shade. There are 5 hues: red, yellow, blue, orange and green. Violet is not a hue. Tints, tones and shades और कुछ नहीं, बस hue के variations होते हैं. So hue plus white gives you a tint, like maybe red plus white would give you pink. Hue plus black gives you a shade, example red plus black gives you burgundy. Hue plus grey gives you a tone. This darkens the original hue while making the color appear more subtle and less intense. If you draw a line through the center of the wheel, you'll be able to separate the warm colors, which are reds, oranges and yellows, from the cool colors, which are blues, greens and purples.
Warm colors provide you with visual warmth associated with heat because our brain relates these colors to the sun or the fire. आप इन्हें brightness, action या energy के साथ associate कर सकते हो. दूसरी साइड में cool colors को हम पानी या greenery से relate करते हैं. जैसे कि when it rains, you feel calm. Water gives us a perception that blue is cooler. So the cooler colors are associated with a calming and soothing effect. Let's talk about color schemes. So color schemes are what you get when you do combinations of colors on the color wheel to achieve harmonies.
The first color scheme is complementary. Two colors opposite each other on the color wheel. Split complementary, where you create a Y and split one of the ends of the complementary colors. Next is double split complementary scheme, which is also called the tetradic color scheme. It is nothing but a pair of two complementary pairs. Next is the triadic. इसमें तीन colors जो equally spaced हो on the color wheel make a triadic color scheme. Then there is analogous color scheme, जिसमें you take three colors which are side by side. Next is monochromatic. Mono means one and chroma means color. So a color scheme with just one color with its tints, tones and shades is called monochromatic. Achromatic means without color, where you use blacks and whites and their values, which is gray.
Color psychology. So it just defines the effect a color can have on the mental and emotional state of the human mind. Color selection एक बहुत ही integral role play करता है in designing buildings or creative spaces. Brighter and more vibrant colors help to serve the feeling of motivation. So let's see what feelings are associated with different colors.
The first is red. Red gives you the effect of being exciting or stimulating. Positively, it is associated with passion, fervid, active, strong, or a warm feeling. Negatively, it is intense, aggressive, raging, fierce, or bloody. Red is the most dominant and dynamic color. The eye actually has to adjust focus since the natural focal point of red lies behind the retina. Consequently, red appears closer than it is. If put on the ceiling, it gives you an intruding, disturbing, or a heavy feeling. If on the walls, it looks aggressive or advancing. If on the floor, it makes you conscious or alert. The next is orange. Orange gives you an exciting, stimulating, or a cheering effect. Positively, it is associated to be jovial, lively, energetic, extroverted. Negatively, it can be intrusive or blustering. Orange is less masculine than red. It has very few negative associations. However, it may appear cheap or without vigor if low in saturation. If on the ceiling, it looks stimulating or attention seeking. If on the walls, it is warm or luminous. If on the floor, it is activating or motion oriented. Yellow. The yellow gives you a cheering effect. Positively, it is associated to be sunny, cheerful, radiant, or vital. Negatively, it looks egocentric and glaring. When pure, yellow is the happiest of all colors. It radiates warmth, cheerfulness, and inspiration and signifies enlightenment and communication. If on the ceiling, it looks light, luminous, or stimulating. If on the walls, it looks warm, exciting to irritating also. On the floor, it looks elevating or diverting. The next is green. Effect is retiring or relaxing. Association wise, positively, it looks tranquil, refreshing, quiet, or natural. Negatively, it also looks common, tiresome, or guilty. Contrary to red, when looking at green, the eye focuses exactly on the retina, which makes green the most restful color to the eye. Green can symbolize nature but also mold or sickness. On the ceiling, it looks protective. Reflection on the skin can be unattractive. On the walls, it gives you cool, secure, calm, reliable, passive, irritating if glaring. Floor looks natural if not too saturated, soft, relaxing, or cold if towards blue. The next is blue. It gives you a retiring or relaxing effect. Association wise, it is positively calm, sober, secure, comfortable, or noble. Negatively, it looks frightening, depressing, melancholy, or cold. Character. Blue appears to be transparent, wet, cool, and relaxing. Opposite to red, blue will decrease a person's blood pressure and pulse rate. If on the ceiling, it looks celestial, cool, receding if light, heavy and oppressive if dark. If on the walls, it looks cool and distant if light, and encouraging and space deepening if dark. If on the floor, an inspiring feeling of effortless movement if light, and substantial if dark. The next is violet. It gives you a subduing effect. Positively, it looks dignified and exclusive. Negatively, it looks lonely, mournful, pompous, and conceited. Character wise, purple is a mixture of red and blue, the two colors that are psychologically most opposed. Purple can appear delicate and rich, or unsettling and degenerate. On the ceiling, it gives you a disconcerting or subduing feeling. If on the walls, it looks heavy or overpowering, and if on the floor, it looks fleeting or magical. The next is brown. It gives you a subduing effect. Positively, it looks warm, secure, or stable. Negatively, it can look oppressive or heavy. Character wise, there's a great difference between wood and brown paint. In certain institutions, brown should be avoided since it evokes fecal associations. Wood and stone, on the other hand, appear very comfortable and warm. If on the ceiling, it looks oppressive and heavy if dark. On the walls, it gives you a secure and assuring feeling if wood, much less so if point. Floor, it gives you a steady or a stable look. White. Effects, it is disconcerting. Positively, it is associated to be clean, crisp, or bright. Negatively, it can look empty or sterile. Character wise, there are a lot of psychological and physiological justifications for not using white as a dominant color. If on the ceiling it looks empty, no design objections, helps diffuse light sources and reduce shadows. If on the walls it looks neutral to empty, sterile, without energy. On the floor, touch inhibiting, not to be walked upon. Next is gray. Effect can be neutral to calming. Association wise, it is neutral positively and boring negatively. The character, it foils to have much psychotherapeutic application. Thus, the current fashion of fusing it with various accent walls defies all logic. Ceiling, it looks shadowy. Walls, neutral to boring, or on the floor, it looks neutral. The next is black. It gives an ominous effect. Association wise, positively, it is deep or abstract. Negatively, it looks dungeon like, night, grief, or death. Black is associated with oppressive behavior, darkness, and the unknown. In architecture, it is often used to make something appear as receding, such as the HVAC in a ceiling. On the ceiling, it looks hollow to oppressive. On the walls, it looks ominous or dungeon-like. And on the floor, it looks odd or abstract.
Color perception could be used to change of how a space appears, because the color of a room can altogether change its spatial experience. Cooler or lighter colors make a room look larger, while darker colors make a space look closed or smaller. The arrangement of colors or textures changes of how we perceive a space. Colors can make a room look shorter, wider, taller. You can also use color to enhance an element.
So spaciousness is created when there's a lot of reflection of light in the room. So क्योंकि lighter colors absorb lesser light, they make spaces look bigger to the eyes, to compact a space. जब कोई रूम कॉम्पैक्ट स्मॉल कोजियर आप स्ट्रॉन्गर कलर्स अगर वॉल्स और सीलिंग पे अप्लाई कर दो तो there's a lot of absorption of light that happens. So the room starts to look quite closed and smaller. Lowering the ceiling. So when there's no light reflected from your ceiling, it will automatically look like it's closing down on you, making the room feel shorter. To stretch your spaces. Your ceilings should be lighter. जब आपकी ceiling height is shorter, you paint it white so that it looks higher. To make spaces look wider. Back wall and ceiling in a darker color gives you a feeling that the sides are wider as your room end comes closer, narrowing your spaces down. So opposite to the one we saw previously, here you keep the front wall and ceiling in white or lighter colors and make the left and right wall in darker colors, shortening the space. If the spaces are too long, you put a stop to it by applying a darker color on the end wall. Highlighting a wall. So to highlight a wall using a lighter tint on it helps draw one's attention to it as it is the only face reflecting light. Shortening the walls. So by applying a darker shade at the bottom of walls makes them appear stunted.
कलर टर्मिनोलॉजीज. सो कलर बस एक ऑब्जेक्ट की प्रॉपर्टी है जो लाइट के रिफ्लेक्शन से कॉज होती है. सो कलर को हम विजुअली वेरीफाई कर सकते हैं बाय इट्स प्रॉपर्टी मेजरमेंट्स सच एज ह्यू, सैचुरेशन, क्रोमेटिसिटी एंड वैल्यू. तो चलिए प्रॉपर अवेयरनेस के लिए कुछ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स देख लेते हैं.
U denotes the color of an object, so the wavelength that it does not absorb but reflects. So for a lemon, yellow is its hue. You get tints, tones and shades from a hue. Next is value. So values are how dark or light a color is. So remember, lighter colors have higher values. For example, yellow has a higher value than blue or purple. Black has the lowest value of any and white has the highest. The more white we add to a hue, the higher the value it will have. Chromaticity. So chroma or chromaticity shows the purity of a hue. It is measured with the amount of black, white or grey in a color. If you add a neutral to a color, it will reduce the chroma. So then it will appear less pure or vivid. Colors with high chroma look really bold. Next is saturation. It is about how a color looks under different lighting conditions. Saturation is just the addition or removal of color. Let's look at color systems. So first is CMYK. The system CMY has been modified with the appearance of photomechanical printing. It received the key component meaning black ink and the system was named CMYK. Cyan, magenta, yellow and black key. This is a subtractive color system which basically means that in order to obtain lighter colors, ink must be removed. CMYK colors are less vibrant than RGB. Next is RGB. R is for red, G is for green and B is for blue. So this color system considers red, green and blue as its primary colors. The system is the basis of all colors used on screen. So the secondary colors produced here are cyan, magenta and yellow. The more light you add, the brighter and lighter the color becomes. It is an additive model where colors are added together to create lighter colors. The next is RYB, red, yellow, blue, is also known as a painting color system often used in art, education, especially in painting.
So this was it for color test. After this video, we'll be posting a mock test. Make sure you attend. Please like this video and share with fellow architecture aspirants. If you have any queries, mention them in the comment section below. And subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you get notified every time we post a new video. We'll be back with a new video on spatial visualization and cognitive skills. Until we meet again, bye.